guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with my September TBR. I'm so excited it's September. September leads into my favorite stretch of the year because then we get fall and then we get November, which is like Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and then we have December, which is Christmas, and I just love the end of the year so much. Like, these next 4 months are my favorites. So I'm excited. I have a lot of reading plans for this month, and I've decided to include a lot more audiobooks on my TBRs for you guys because most of my reading, at least half, is audiobooks, and I am a teacher and I got hall duty this year, which is great because now I'm only teaching 5 classes instead of 6. I've taught 6 classes I think the past 4 years, and they took one away and gave me hall duty, which I am excited to have less students because 6 classes is a lot and they try to have us only have 5 classes with 30 kids in them. And so I have hall duty, which means I just walk the school, make sure kids are where they're supposed to be, and I like getting the steps, and I listen to my audiobook while I'm doing it, so I have a lot more time. That's a 45-minute period, and then I drive to and from school, and then I work out, so I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I usually listen to them from Hoopla and Libby, so I made sure to look at what I have reserved from them, and I'm going to talk to you about what's on there as well. But I also have a lot that are ebooks and a lot that I have physically, so I have a big TBR. I'm going to get to it. The first 2 I have are for the book clubs I run with some friends here on BookTube. So I have the Historical Hellions that I run with Books with Samantha, and we are reading The Pirate and the Pagan by Virginia Henley. I honestly don't know the plot of this, which I usually go into my historicals not knowing the plot. I just know it's a pirate romance, and I'm very, very excited. I think our live show is going to be on the 19th or the weekend, the Sunday of that weekend, and it's all on our Instagram, so make sure you check that out. I have that Instagram link down below. This one, we are having Riley from Riley Marie and Avery from Avery Loves Books joining us, so I'm very excited. This one I just have because of the cover. I have so many Virginia Henley books that I need to read, so this is definitely on my TBR. Then I have the book for Ravished by Romance, which I run with Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers, and our book is going to be Sin and Ink by Naima Simone. So this one is a forbidden romance, and it's a dead brother's wife romance, so that's gonna be very interesting. I really like angsty romances, and I think I'm gonna love this one, so I'm very excited to have that. My library does not have the audio though, which is slightly annoying because I know the audio exists, but I'll just have to read it physically. It's pretty short. I think it's less than 300 pages, which is nice because our Historical Hellion picks are always 400 to 500 pages. So I'm glad I have a shorter book to read, but I'm excited to read this. Okay, I'm gonna get to my physical stack next. Another historical I really want to read is Bombshell by Sarah McLean. I honestly don't know what this is about. I think she has a scandalous reputation and she's not scared to have it, but I don't think she's actually scandalous. It's just her reputation. And this guy, oh, it's her brother's best friend, I think. Yeah. I'm excited for this. I've heard good things, I think, and I really love the step back that's on the back, like that clinch. That should have been on the front cover, but it's fine. I'm excited to read this. I was sent the ARC like 2 days before release date, so I still haven't read it, but I'm excited to. Then the author of this book sent me this book, and I'm really excited for it because it's reverse harem, and it is Find Me by Ashley Rostek. I don't know if I'm saying that last name correctly, but this one is the first in a new series. Our heroine witnessed her entire family murdered by someone who stalked her for years, and he tried to kill her too. And so now she is living with her uncle, and she has a new identity, and she falls in love with 4 guys, I think, and they're 4 brothers. So I know people don't like reverse harem with brothers. I don't think I've read one where it's all brothers. I think Diver's Heart had 2 brothers and then 2 best friends, and I didn't have a problem with that, but we'll see how I feel about this. But I'm excited to have it, and thank you to the author for sending it to me. I cannot wait to read it. Another book sent to me by the author is The Legacy by Elle Kennedy. This one comes out September 21st, I think. Elle reached out to me. I've been a huge fan of Elle Kennedy literally since I started all my bookish things. So like 10 years, I want to say, I've loved Elle Kennedy, and this one is the short stories of all of the off-campus people, which I think is amazing she's doing this because definitely the off-campus series has got a resurgence because of TikTok. So I'm glad she's revisiting the series, and so we have 4 stories, 4 couples, 3 years of real life after graduation. We have a wedding, a proposal, an elopement, a surprise pregnancy, which one of the books already had a surprise pregnancy, but I'm really excited to have this, and I'm so excited to read it. So I have a couple books from Berkeley I want to read, and one of them already came out and I didn't get around to reading it, and I saw the author just posted her arcs of her 3rd book in the series, but it is Hang the Moon by Alexandra Bellafleur. I know this one is our hero is in love with someone from his past, and I think she was his sister's friend, but he's just loved her his whole life, and she's back in town, and I think that she's gonna finally see him like as something more. And I really love it when the hero falls first and like he's a pining hero. So I also really loved his character in book 1, so I'm really excited to read this. I also still have to read The Love Hypothesis, which it comes out in September, and our hero and heroine are scientists, I want to say. I know they're PhD candidates, and she fake dates him. Like, she lies and says like the next guy who comes in the room is her boyfriend, and he comes in the room and it's their romance. I've heard really good things so far from people who read it. I feel like this feels long. Oh, it's just the paper. It's like 350 pages. It just feels like chunky, but I'm excited to read this. You guys have probably noticed in the last month I've been reading more young adult than I was this summer because school started again, and I try to have books I'm reading that I can recommend to my students because I teach high school. And so I do want to read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder because I know this is super popular, and so many of my kids were like, do you have horror books? Do you have mystery books? And I was like, I read romance. So I'm trying to branch out and read more mystery in different kind of genres of young adult to recommend to my students. So many of them wanted horror books. So if you have any good young adult horror or adult horror that's appropriate for 16-year-olds to read, let me know, because that is a genre I'm not well versed in and I need more of. So I think this one is a really good mystery that people have been loving, so I really want to read it. Then this week I am going to start a reading vlog reading a specific creator's favorite books. It's not Lacey. I'm going to do her next. I know I said I was going to do her, but I got 2 audiobooks that this person really likes, so I just decided to do them first because I listen to audiobooks a lot faster than I read physically. But the one I really want to read that they loved that I'm going to include is Stay With Me by Nicole Fiorna. This one is, I have no idea what it's about. It's like she has to go to a institution in a reformatory college in the UK with deranged and dangerous individuals, and she meets someone there. So I don't know like anything about this book, but I know people love it. I really, really love the cover. It's so pretty. There's like flowers in the text. So hopefully I enjoy this, and I'm gonna have a fun time reading this specific person's favorite books. I also really, really, really want to start T.L. Swan's series. I think this one's the first one, The Stopover, but I think people like The Takeover better. But this one, he meets someone on a plane. And that's all I know. And Casanova just came out and it was #1 in the Kindle store, which is amazing. I'm so excited. Romance is doing so well, but I have seen amazing things about that book too, so I want to read the series. I know they're on audio through Kindle Unlimited, but these books are so long and I don't like reading long audiobooks. This one is 480 pages. I don't love sitting there and listening to like a 15+ hour audiobook, so I'll probably physically read it, but I really want to read it this month. All right, now we're gonna get to my books that I don't physically own. I want to read The Billionaire's Boss Next Door by Max Monroe. I loved Max Monroe like 2 years ago. I was listening to a lot of their audiobooks when Audible Escape was a thing, and I saw my library has a series, so I really want to read this. I literally know nothing about it, and I usually don't like millionaire romances, so I'm trying to branch out and read more, and we'll see if I like it. I also want to read The Duke's Stolen Bride by Sophie Jordan. I've read the first 3 books in this series, and I had read book 4 before I read the first 3, and I love book 4. But now I want to catch up on the series, so I need to read book 5 now, which is exciting that I'm 5 books in. I'm trying to be better at reading series, but I don't know what this one's about. I guess the Duke's bride was stolen. I don't know, but I'm excited to read this. Another millionaire romance I want to read is by Naima Simone, and that is Beauty and the Bachelor. My library actually does have this audiobook, and that's why I want to read it. I don't know anything else about it except for that there's a millionaire in it, and it's like her millionaire series, so I'm trying to find millionaire romances that I like, so we'll see if I like this one. Then I really want to read Cruel Obsession by J.L. Beck and C. Hallman. This one I have on audio, and I don't even know where I found this, but this says he vowed to protect her when they were kids, first from the monsters hiding under the bed and then ones roaming freely in the world, and I think he's obsessed with her, like psychotically obsessed with her. It said he's killed, destroyed, and hurt those who had done her wrong. So I'm excited for this. I think it's a darker romance, and I know it's a duet, so I'll probably listen to book 2 if I really enjoy book 1. I also want to pick up The Affair by Gianna Darling. I am interviewing Gianna with some friends on BookTube on Jen's channel from the Book Refuge. We're doing that on the 5th, and I cannot wait to talk to Gianna. I've been a fan of hers for at least 2 years now. You guys know how much I love her, and I really want to read some of her backlist before that, which it's a week away, so I have to read this quickly. But The Affair is the first in a trilogy, and I know she cheats, like it's cheating. He cheats with her, but that's all I know. So I'm excited to read this. Alright, so the next ones are from Kindle Unlimited, so I really want to read The Lady of Rooksgrove Manor, and this one is a reverse harem monster romance, like paranormal romance. I've seen so many people really loving this. I know Lacey read it and loved it, and I know that Melissa, I believe, read it and loved it because she just got the physical copy like in a book haul she did, so I'm very intrigued by this, and I just know a lot of people love it, and I really prefer reverse harems as paranormals, so I have high hopes for this one. Then Groupie, this one is also on Kindle Unlimited, and it is a Rockstar reverse harem, and McKay from What Hates McKay really enjoyed it, and someone else commented in one of my videos that I would really like it, so that's all I know about it. I think like she joins the band and it's her with all the band members. We'll see, and I think it's a series, so hopefully I enjoy this first book so I can continue on. I also have to read Kidnapped by the Pirate. This one is a pirate romance, and people have recommended to me a while ago. I know Desiree liked it from Genki Reader, and I'm pretty sure Jen from the Book Refuge really liked it, and my library has a bunch of this author's audiobooks, but not this one, so I'm really annoyed. So I'm gonna have to read it on ebook through Kindle Unlimited, but I believe like he kidnaps one, like the other guy, and then they fall in love with each other. It's gonna be good. Another one I really want to read is Waking Olivia. This one I first heard from Brie from In Love and Words, but someone else recommended it to me. I love running, and this one, she is a runner, and I believe she falls in love with her cross-country coach in college. I think like she runs to like escape things like mentally, and I don't know if she like sleep runs. I feel like that was a thing. I could be making that up, but I know he really helps her through what she's going through, and I'm really excited to read this because as a runner, I love it when characters in books run, so I'm excited. Also, football season is starting. I'm so excited. Ohio State's first game is this Thursday. I'm pumped, even though it's a Thursday game, which is dumb. It's like Thursday at 8 o'clock, and I have school on Friday, so I'm gonna try watching it, but then we have Saturday games. But I'm an Ohio State fan, and I really want to read more sports romances, so I really have to read Can't Catch Me. This one's a sports romance, it's a football romance. I'm trying to read more sports football romances during football season because I'm so in the mood for them, so I really want to get to this one. I also really want to get to Three Trials by Christy Cunning. I loved the first book, Four Psychos. It's a reverse harem paranormal. They're demon slayer hunters, and she's a ghost. First book was amazing, and I still have not continued the series. I know it was on my August TBR, I just didn't get around to it, so I really want to read this. And the last one's an audiobook I have, and that is The Duke and the Lady in Red by Lorraine Heath. I forgot that I never finished the series. I loved the first two books, and I never finished the third one. The third one, she falls for a duke, but she's also like someone who cons people, and she realizes he's like the perfect person she can con, but she doesn't know if she wants to because like her heart's involved now. It sounds amazing. I really want to read it, so I downloaded the audiobook, and I hope I can get to it this month. And those are all the books that I want to read in September. Let me know down below if you've read any of these and what you're excited for to read in September. I would love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.